everyone, and welcome to the Parade of Sunshine. It's me, Sunshine. Let's get started on what we'll make for today. This is part 2 of our Fall 5 Below Crochet Kit series. This is the first one that I made, Pumpkin Stitch. Isn't he so cute? That video will be linked in the description box below, along with the link for my first crochet video of this little stitch guy over here. On today's video, though, we're going to be choosing from one of these two. Which one's your favorite? We've got Glinda from Wicked, Michael Myers from Halloween. Which one do you think? I think Michael Myers is winning out. We'll save Glinda for next time. See you later, girl. Alright, let's see what's inside this box, huh? When I was in Five Below and I saw this kit, I was looking through them trying to decide which one to get. There was a Jason mask and there was this one. I thought, oh, this one's adorable. It's 17 plus though. Isn't that weird? I don't think you have to be 17 to make the kit. I think it's more or less probably a rating going along with how old you have to be to watch the movie. Now, let's see. We got some cotton. We got some yarn. We've got, the same little kit with the smaller yarn that we had in the last one, instructions and abbreviation sheet, and that's all that's in that one. Now I don't know if you could see, I can't see, but somehow I lost the needle that came with the kit, so maybe you guys can catch it and leave the timestamp in the comments, okay? As far as these kits go, it's pretty much the same thing inside. Okay quality yarn, okay quality crochet hook, not great quality needle, and some very what's the word? Yes, horrifying instructions. This time I say the kit is not that bad as instructions go. It is missing a little bit, but I've done 2 kits so far, so I'm kind of expecting it to be lacking. FYI, if you do buy this kit or any of the other Five Below kits, the felt eyes do not stay on at all. Also, I don't think I mentioned it, but this is voiceover, Sunshine. You guys probably will get mad at me, but I've never seen the Halloween movie. As of me beginning to crochet this kit, I had never seen the Halloween movie. So while I am doing this kit, I'm actually watching the movie as well. Okay? Give me brownie points for that. All right? I'm starting off with the head. It comes with some white yarn, and as with the last 2 kits that I've done, they all start off with a magic ring and 6 single crochets, and then you do increases each round. If you're looking for a more in-depth or longer and sort of instructional type of video, check out the Stitch Pumpkin Kit. The last one that I made, because it's almost 2 hours long. I try to go through all of the stitches and all of the rounds so that you can see what I'm doing and hopefully get some sort of understanding. When I make these kits, I'm really just doing it for fun, and I'm sharing the videos so that you guys can watch as I make it. I am what you may call a professional amateur, and I don't really feel competent enough to be doing tutorials, but maybe my skills have gotten to that level. I don't know. Don't give me a big head, guys. Do not give me a big head, okay? As far as kits go, the instructions on this one are pretty okay. Now, for the head, I was using this white yarn, and following along with the instructions really wasn't that hard at all. Most of the rounds were pretty much correct. I didn't really see any mistakes, except for, when you get to the end and it forgets to tell you to stuff the head. But, that's par for the course nowadays. So right about here is where I realized I hadn't yet stopped to add the stuffing. And no, it does not say any instructions anywhere to add stuffing. But we have learned. We have learned. I'm opening this one because I don't remember where I put the other two. I know. But, I mean, it's okay. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it for other things. It's not a big deal. This is actually the most fun part, is stuffing the heads and stuffing the bodies. You just get to poke. And it sort of takes a form and you kind of see, wow, I am actually making something. I'm actually making something. Okay, now I'm just gonna finish the last rounds on this one and then center closed. I don't know why it feels like this is taking forever just to finish the head. Does it feel like it's taking forever to you as well? I mean, I'm the one who made it, and it was taking forever. I like making these kits, but they are doing a number on my hands. I mean, my hands are suffering. There's just so many stitches. Round and round and round and round and round and round. So many stitches. And I always feel like I have to make them tight so that you can't see through it, or that the cotton won't poke out. I think I need to get like some ergonomic crochet hooks or something, or figure something out. Like, I spent a few hours making this. I want to say like 3 or 4 hours in total making this. And I needed to like ice my hands and wrists afterwards. It was a lot of work. All for you. Yes, you.
For you, yes.
I was wondering, do you all like seeing this part where I cinch the whatever I'm making closed? I don't know. I always try to include it on at least one body part. I don't know why. I feel like I get to show you the completion. I don't know. Here I'm starting with the feet. I made them out of order. I looked up a few reviews of this kit prior to making it to see what sort of issues other people came across. And one of the things that they said was they ran out of yarn. They ran out of black yarn and the navy blue yarn. Honestly, I have extra yarn from the other 2 stitch kits I did, but still didn't want to risk it. Okay, I was kind of debating if I wanted to show this part to you guys. I only had 1 stitch marker available, and I just on the fly decided to use this needle, which I found again as a stitch marker. I know, I know, I know it's kind of annoying. I wasn't sure. Should I cover it up? I'll cover it up. This is all the black yarn I have left. I'm glad I went with doing the feet first because the knife handle is black. And if I run out of yarn on the knife handle, that's fine. I can figure that out. But I don't think I have any extra just black yarn from these kits. The black yarn that I have is like twice as thick as this one. Here I'm doing a color change from black to the navy blue and tying the 2 ends together at the back. It's fairly straightforward. You just follow the stitches the same size, no increases or decreases, until we get to the joining of the 2 legs. Joining the 2 legs together is not really hard. I think it just seems complicated. All you really have to do is put the hook into 1 stitch on 1 leg and 1 stitch on the other leg and continue crocheting as you normally would. I think the hardest part about it is how awkward it is to hold both of the legs at the same time. They actually look so cute like this. Just 2 little stubby legs. I just want to make sure that I reiterate, like I did in the last video, use your stitch markers. This yarn is a very dark color and it's hard to see the stitches sometimes. You don't want to finish around and continue going and mess it up in some way, lose your place, yada yada yada. There are ways to figure out where you started, but the easiest way, not lose your place. Use your stitch markers. Use your stitch markers. Use your stitch markers. Watching this back, it looks really rough, like I'm really just stabbing this thing, which I am kind of, but it's only because it's kind of hard to like crochet this part. The stitches are just really tight together. This is how it's looking so far. You can see it looks like a figure 8 or sort of like an infinity symbol. Very cute. After this section, I took a little snack break and watched some of the movie.
That's a big pumpkin. Who?
Boogeyman is coming.
Okay.
Mom, he doesn't believe us. Don't you know what happens on Halloween? Yeah, we get candy. Boogeyman, who's the boogeyman? Boogeyman, 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 boogeyman.
Oh no, they busted pumpkin. Ooh, let me see his jacket.
No, shopping cart.
Oh, he had crochet on his sleeve.
No, it's totally insane. We have 3 new cheers to learn in the morning.
Here I'm working on a collar. It starts with a slip knot and then a chain of 25. I'll put the instructions on the screen. The only thing about this one is that at the end of the instructions it says to insert your hook into the first half double crochet and slip stitch both ends together and then weave in the ends. I did do that. That is something that I did, but when I got to attaching everything together, I actually undid the slip stitch and just kind of wrapped it around and just stitched it in place. So I don't exactly know how that was supposed to work with it being already slip stitched together. but I decided against it. With this yarn, I came across a few things. Some of the yarn was detached from itself. Some of the yarn had little tiny thingies in it. Some other people have found them in their yarn as well. And it's very splitty and very pilly yarn. So just be mindful. I know I've said this already, but just be mindful. This is not the best quality yarn. Now I'm working on the hands. For this one, I use the white yarn again, but you're actually supposed to use the cream yarn. I was so focused on the movie that I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I picked up the white yarn again. It's okay. It came out looking pretty good, so it's not that big of a deal, but it is supposed to be the cream yarn. Don't tell anybody, okay? Here I'm going to be doing a color change to the navy blue yarn, and then I'll continue doing the stitches around to finish off the arm. Okay, for this section, I'm going to be starting on the hair. It begins like most all the other ones begin with a magic ring and 6 single crochets. It's only 6 rounds, but the 6th round is sort of a doozy. Not hard, but it is a lot of work. In the meantime, while you're watching me do this portion, I'm going to give like a little short review of the movie that I've watched so far. I finished the first movie and I kind of liked the movie, honestly. There's a lot of stuff going on, but it was okay. I felt like it was kind of lacking in the storyline. I don't really understand why nobody was listening to the doctor. Is it just me? I mean, I know there's a reason, for the plot. I understand. But nobody listened to the doctor? Nobody? And another thing is, they cover the part about him driving the car. He was like, well, somebody must have taught him in here. But why is he so strong? Why is he so inhumanly strong? Because, yeah, he's big, but the doctor was like, oh, he's been sedentary and docile and silent for the past 15 years. If he's been sedentary and docile and silent for the last 15 years, why is he so strong? Is it me? it's probably me. I'm overthinking. It's a movie. Chill. Just chill. But seriously, why is he so strong? Right now, I've watched almost all of Halloween 2, and again, with all the stuff, I kind of got a little bit mad because why did Miss Alvis have her subscription to Life canceled? Like, why? Didn't even show what happened to her. Who deleted Miss Elvis? Who did that? Because what's the kid's name? Jimmy. He was looking for people and he found Miss Elvis in the room with her life force draining onto the floor. Which, by the way, oh, looked very, very much like red paint. But also, did Jimmy? Is that his name? Is that his name? Did Jimmy expire as well? Because he slipped on Mrs. Alvis' life essence and fell on the floor and seemingly had things coming out of his mouth. Was that the end of Jimmy? I haven't finished the movie, but I feel like that's the end of Jimmy. And that's the end of my review for now. Right here, I'm getting started on the hair portion of this. It's going to be 30 strands of this one. So what you'll do is you'll start from your first stitch and then you'll chain 14. And then you'll go back to the second chain from the hook and you'll do 13 single crochets all the way back down to the circular portion of the project. Now right here in the instructions, it does not say this, but you'll want to slip stitch back into the stitch you were using for your chain 14 and then slip stitch into the next stitch and then do your next chain 14 for the next strand of hair. At least that's how I did it. It came out looking pretty good. His hair looked good. It was curly, which it was not curly in the movies, but I think it still turned out cute. So from here on, you're just going to continue doing your chain 14, single crochet into the second chain from the hook, and then do 13 crochets all the way down, slip stitch into the same stitch, and then slip stitch into the next stitch all the way around until you get a full round of hair tendrils. The instructions say 30. I never counted mine, but I presume it was 30. So if you're doing it pretty much correct, this is what it'll look like. You'll have curly Q strands in around. This is what we're looking for once you finish with the hair piece. His little toupee. I feel like it's really sparse in the center. So what I did was I made some extra tendrils and then I added them just to kind of fill in the bald spot. Here I'm starting on the knife handle. It has you starting off with a magic ring and single crochet 5 inside the magic ring. Let me tell you something. This is very, very small and difficult to hold on to and work with. I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if we did a different stitch for this. It is a very awkward thing to crochet because it's so very small and the yarn is black, which, by the way, this is all the black yarn I had left. The pattern calls for, you change to the silver yarn and then you chain 9, and then starting from the second chain from the hook, slip stitch, do a double crochet, then do 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and then 5 double crochets to finish it off. I thought that this was too flimsy. I also, when I was looking at other people review this kit, they also mentioned that the blade portion was flimsy and curled up on itself. Some people used craft wire or garden wire, but I decided that I was going to double it, make panels, stitch them together, and stuff them, which I actually liked the look of. It turned out really well. And then here is the portion where it says to weave in the yarn in and out of the front and back sides of the machete to create your blood spatter. When I was looking at the box with the blood splatter on the blade, I just thought it looked really unfinished to have the yarn just kind of spiraled into the blade like that. It reminds me of a candy cane, and this is not a Christmas movie. This is a Halloween movie. That's not peppermint. That's something else. So I wanted it to more resemble what it's supposed to be. So instead, I stitched all around the top portion of the blade. And then when I got to where I was like, oh, okay, that's enough splatter on this blade, what I did was I chained 4 or 5. And then I did a single crochet into the second chain from the hook, fastened off, and then weaved in that end back into the chain, because what I wanted it to do was be like a droplet sort of coming down from the blade. I think I accomplished that pretty good. Then I assembled Michael. So what I did first was I stuffed the body with the cotton film. And then I attached the collar portion, which, like I said earlier, I just placed the collar where I thought it should go. And I pinned it in place. And then I stitched all the way around the edges. And then I stitched the arms onto the body. Then I took the hair piece, a little toupee, and I stitched it onto the head. It was kind of awkward getting the hair piece in place on the head because of all the tendrils. They're kind of in the way from me being able to see what I was doing. His face is not really on a flat portion. I think his face is on the seam line, which is fine by me. I don't mind. I think he still looks cute. For the hair, I just went all the way around the rim of the toupee, and then I stitched into the center a little bit. Then I took the head and I stitched all around the collar. And for the knife, I used some of the little black yarn that I had left, and I stitched it into one of the hands. And then you use brown yarn to make the eyebrows, and you stick on the felt eyes, and that's it. He's all done. Happy Halloween! Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you lots like tater tots. Bye!